Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I am back again. We have another video. It's a vinyl video this time. And yeah, so haven't made a video in a while. Just thought, let's post a video. So I was looking through my records and I found this one. Chicago 3. Now it is fitting that we earlier in the past have done Chicago 2, so I thought we would do Chicago 3. So we're just going to jump right into the review and demo and all that good stuff. Not a demo, because you can't demo a record. I guess you could, but... so yeah, so this is Chicago's third studio album, hence the 3. It was released in 1971, and it was their third consecutive double LP of new material in less than 2 years. So they were basically just pumping these things out, and it was pretty quality stuff. This is actually the first Chicago album to actually use Roman numerals to name the album. Because if you remember, their first album, their debut album, Chicago Transit Authority, was technically self-titled because that was the name of the band. Then the actual Transit Authority sued them. They changed their name to Chicago. So Chicago 2 is technically their second self-titled album because it doesn't say Chicago 2 anywhere on the actual art. But this one, on the spine, where is it? Right up here. It's in white. You probably can't see it. Right here, it says Chicago 3. That is really blurry. I do apologize. But yes, Chicago 3. That is this album. Now, I did get this album for free. And it's in really, really good shape. So yeah. So this album was recorded right after they had gotten back from their lengthy and exhaustive 1970 tour. So they just got right back off the road and they went in to record this album. The whole album tops off at a 71 minute and 29 seconds, which is pretty long. It is a double LP, so it's 4 sides. The genre, again, it's Chicago, so it's like rock and jazz fusion. When it did release in 1971, it went certified gold. So that was pretty good. It wasn't the critical acclaim that Chicago 2 was, not yet at least. But when it did release, it was pretty good. So the singles that came out of this album, there was less. There was only 2. Was Free and Lowdown. So, and those are both really good songs. When this album first came out, it was originally mixed in stereo and quadraphonic. Now, obviously, you all know what stereo is, left and right channel. Well, quadraphonic was 1970s version of surround sound. So instead of having like a 5.1 setup, it would technically be a 4.0 setup. So it'd be front left, front right, back left, back right. Hence quadraphonic. So now when this album was released originally, this cover art is called The Tattered Flag. So it's got a little bit of a kind of a vintage kind of look to it. Before that was even cool, really. And it included an album poster of the band dressed in uniforms of America's wars. So up to this point, we had the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, World War I, World War II, and then others like the French and Indian War, and stuff like that. And then there was Korea, and up until this point, Vietnam was the war that was the big one that was happening right then. So they had them all dressed up in America's wars, and they're standing in front of a field of crosses representing those who had died in the still ongoing Vietnam War, and also representing the fallen soldiers who had died in previous wars. And it also gave the current number of casualties that were from the war up until the time of the release. So the amount of casualties in the Vietnam War in 1971. Now, I don't actually have that poster. I wish I did, because it is really cool. I've seen pictures of it online, but I don't have that poster. Unfortunately. Maybe I'll get it someday. But that is besides the point. So, done with the facts. Let's get into this. Let's see how this sucker looks. Now, my copy is literally in mint condition. Like, there is not a single blemish in this gatefold cardboard sleeve. Like, it is immaculate. It's just amazing, actually. It is a gatefold, so it does open up to reveal an inside, which is the track listing. Oops, I just hit the mic. So we have track listings here on this side. So we have for side 1, I'm not going to read them all, there's a whole lot, but there's 4 sides. Yeah, that's that. So we will hit the mic again and show you this side. It has a poem on it, which again I won't read. Pause the video if you like, if you want to read it. It's a good poem. It's pretty nice. So yeah, this was produced by James William Guerrero and all that. There's also the engineering and the recordists and all of that. And there's a cool little logo down here. But let's get the actual vinyl out and check out what that looks like. So, pulling out disc, whoa. Pulling out, I believe this is disc 2, yep, because that's side 3. Pulling out disc 2, and now pulling out disc 1. We have these pretty simple, pretty plain paper sleeves. They are printed, so they do have the song title and lyrics on them, which is really cool. Not something you get with a CD. So yeah, we have all that, and at the top it says side 1. I don't know about you guys, but this whole album artwork and everything with the scrolling blue ink and the tattered flag, I don't know, it just kind of feels a little American Civil War-esque. Now I do know I have a couple European viewers who are probably not as familiar with the American Civil War as myself, an American, would. But it just gives me that kind of colonial, late 1700s, early 1800s kind of feel. I'm pretty sure that was the intent of it, but I think it's just kind of cool. So, yep, that's side 2. We have Free right here. And then moving on to the second disc, we have the same thing going on. We have track listings, Mother, and then there is that second single, Lowdown. Flip it over, and it is side 4, which is, I believe, one song on the entire. Nope, this is actually disc 2 and disc 1 and disc 2 sleeve, but that's okay. Okay, so looking at this disc, that is just amazing how clean this is. It's got to be one of my most immaculate records. Like, it is amazing. And this record sounds freaking awesome. There are no scratches, and the dust accumulation in the grooves is very minimal. It's just amazing that this, coming out in 1971, all these years later, this album is 50 years old now. And that's just amazing how well this basically piece of plastic has held up. So let me show you disc 2 while I put this back in the wrong sleeve. And here's disc 2. Let's pull it out. And once again, another beautiful record. You can see my computer screen with the script on it, but it is just amazing how immaculate it is. Look, you can even see myself. But it's just amazing how well kept these are. And then on the back here we have just another beautiful side of this record. I mean, you can get that rainbow effect. It even comes up on camera. It is clean. It is amazing how clean this record is. Okay, so what are my thoughts on Chicago 3? Now, like every video I have, when I am writing the script, I listen to the album. Now, like in many cases, like this one, I have heard the album before, but I like to get a fresh perspective on it. Have no prerequisites, just jump into the album and listen. So what are my thoughts? Standing alone, looking at this as a Chicago album, this is one of the best. Easily makes the top 10 Chicago records, if not top 5 Chicago records. But compared to the previous two that had come before, Transit Authority and Chicago 2, it's a little lackluster, to be totally honest. It doesn't have the same feel as Chicago 2. Like, it obviously doesn't have 25 or 6 to 4, which is like the killer app of Chicago songs. And the whole ending of Chicago 2 with the preludes and all the beautiful flute stuff, this just doesn't have that. They explored a little more territory. There's like a country style song in here. There's a little more funk. But as itself, as a record, not comparing it to anything else, it's a really good record. I totally, 100% recommend you guys checking this out. It is pretty long, at 71 minutes, but you gotta remember, it's a Chicago album, so just bear with it. It's totally worth your time. But yeah, so that has been Chicago 3. And this has been RNC Music. And whatever time of day it is, whatever time of day it is, I hope you're having a good one. And this has been RNC Music. And I am out. I hit the mic, oops. Now, when I was recording the first bit, I did forget to do a demo. So I'm recording it now. So please disregard the outro, but still regard it, because this is technically the outro to the video. Okay, let's listen to this. I'm going to play Free, which is one of the singles from the album.
Sunshine in your heart. But you know, there are people that you have to be what they say you are, what you always wanted to be, just a man, to feel but a little more free.